everybody, it is Kim Peterson of Uniquely Savvy, and this is the incredible and amazing Anna Captain. How's it going, Anna?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm so good. I am so excited that you said yes to having a quick interview with our Uniquely Savvy community and beyond. Folks, what I want to tell you about Anna, I have chills to brag on her, but hopefully you'll be as inspired by her as I am. So Anna, back in January, was one of our attendees for Uniquely Savvy's Living Your Vision of Success in 2018 workshop. And wow, we were blown away because Anna is 17 years old. And I thought, what a wise young woman who wanted to be intentional about understanding SMART goals and unpacking them, and really figuring out her authentic self and seeing how to align what you wanted with your vision, with your values, and really direct intentionally your 2018. And so, wow, we just had a real beautiful time of giving and receiving in that workshop. Do you have any highlights from that you might want to share really quick?
Just meeting all the other amazing young women, and oh God.
It's okay, we'll keep going. She said young women, and really, we're old women.
I didn't want to correct it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what we love,
yeah.
is we just keep it real. We are who we are, imperfectly, perfectly. Yeah.
Yep.
She was the youngest, and we had a gal in her 30s, and then myself in my 40s, and we had some women all the way up into their 60s.
Yes, and okay, so meeting the very diverse group of women was absolutely amazing. Hearing their stories and the way that we all put each other up was just exceptional, and we really just filled each other up, and it was such an honor to be a part of that group.
Yeah, it really was, because what it was intergenerational.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned so much from Anna's point of view, and then, vice versa. And so it was beautiful. But today I wanted to celebrate Anna because Anna was a 2018 Young Woman to Watch back on the East Coast in March through a program called Running Start. And it's not the Running Start that you think of in terms of school. So Anna, why don't you describe what that is, and then I'll tell a little bit more of your story with you.
So Running Start is a non-partisan organization, and it's dedicated to getting young women involved in politics. And it's really cool because there's definitely a lack of representation there. And so they do that by starting chapters in colleges to teach young women how to run and how to become politically engaged. They have a Young Women's Political Leadership Program, which is what I did a year ago, and that's how I first got involved. And then they help support campaigns around the country that women are running in and taking part in, which is really cool because they're getting women into this arena that has previously been dominated by men. So that's just amazing. Yeah.
Excellent. So that's a passion of yours, is leadership and women's leadership and politics in particular, right?
Yes, that is. That's what I want to do with my life. It's definitely part of my calling. I want to help bring women up and help make them more represented, because I believe when we're all represented, we have a more functioning society. So
absolutely. So you did Running Start, the program, last summer on the East Coast, right? And then here's what she did. I am just, again, chills again. So here's the deal is there was a position for being an ambassador for this upcoming year for Running Start. And so there were hundreds of applicants from all across the nation, women who are in college, women who have worked in the White House, and Anna was one of them, and she was selected.
Yeah.
She was selected. There were 7 women, young women, to watch who were selected. And so you had to fundraise for this, right?
Yes.
And give a speech. And then that night you had to campaign for this ambassadorship, right? So tell us a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, so they flew me down to Washington, D.C., and we stayed in an Airbnb. Most of the contestants weren't there. It was a little cramped, but a lovely time full of mentorship and just women with amazing experiences that I was just so thrilled to hear about. And so we wrote these speeches, like these stump speeches that we were going to be giving at the reception for the young women to watch. And that night at the reception, we had a networking event where we introduced ourselves, talked about our, for lack of a better word, our platforms for that evening and for being an ambassador. Then we gave our stump speeches, and then everyone voted. And this awesome young woman named Sierra Campbell was selected. And it was just so cool because, like, these women are just, they're taking the world on, and it really inspired me being like the youngest one there. Everyone else was either in college or graduated, and they were so just accomplished, and they were just doing it, you know? They were just following their passions. And as someone who's about to enter that next phase in my life where I have to start making my own way, it was so cool to see. And it really taught me the importance of representation, because sometimes you know, you don't feel like you are capable of doing it, but you see someone else close to your age just taking that on, and that was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And here's what's true. I mean, can you see my eyes are watery? Because you inspire young women your age and even my age that, look at, out of all of these applicants, you got selected to be one of the 7. It's amazing. I mean, you really show us what's possible and what we can do. And, you know, was it easy, or did you have to find some courage to to make this happen?
That was definitely one of the most nerve-wracking nights of my life. Every part of it was just crazy. Like, I was meeting Congress people. I was looking at the press, and they were taking photos of me, and I had to memorize this speech. I didn't get cue cards, and oh my goodness. And I'm not the best with public speaking, in case you can't tell. But yeah, it was difficult, but it was a learning experience for sure. And yeah, I got a lot out of it, and I would definitely do it again, no matter how crazy and stressful it was. It was amazing, and it taught me a lot about myself and about our culture.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that you've taken this time. Will you tell us what's next for you? You're 17, you're headed into your senior year next year, right? So what's next for you?
Prom.
She goes from, you know, the press taking paparazzi, taking pictures, to prom.
Of course. No, I'm going to be senior president next year.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
Yeah, we are focusing on planning prom, fundraising, making sure that the year is good for everyone else. College, I've got to start those applications over the summer. So, I mean, everything is next for me, which is really cool, because I can't wait to get started with the rest of my life and, you know, continue to help young women seek to be represented and realize that they can take on leadership roles in this society.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. And what I know to be true is Anna actually was my guest at 425's Women to Watch. Oh, thank you. And it was a big honor for me, for sure. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, Anna, remind me, it's 2 weeks now. 425 Magazine, thank you, had their Women to Watch event. So there were 5 of us who shared different life and business tips and ideas to empower and inspire. And Anna popped up in the audience with a question, and I was like, give her a hand, because she was a young woman to watch just a few weeks earlier. So we hope, I'm gonna circle back with Josh Dunn and see if they might be interested in a young woman to watch here. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for listening in. Bye for now.